And possession maintained by Gonzaga. Tomorrow at 60 Minutes, the new threat from the Great Recession, plus Meryl Streep on 60 Minutes tomorrow, only CBS. We're in Seattle, Key Arena, Spiro Dedes, Greg Anthony, our entire CBS crew with you. Gonzaga 45, Arizona 30, 14:27 left in regulation. Gonzaga inbounding. They've got Pangos, Landrietti, Gary Bell, Harris, and Dower. Arizona with Fogg, Chol, Turner, Solomon Hill, and Kevin Parent. Fogg to steal. Beautiful lead pass for Turner. Freshman unable to finish, but he'll shoot free throws. And you slowly start to get the sense that Arizona is finding its groove defensively.
Yeah, their first wave of defense has improved in terms of their ability to take away opportunities for Gonzaga. They just have not been able to solidify that backboard. They're with the turnover and able to get out in transition, though.
On December 31st, not only is it one of college basketball's fiercest rivalries, it's a top 5 showdown as Rick Pitino's 4th-ranked Louisville Cardinals visit Rupp Arena to meet John Calipari's 3rd-ranked Kentucky Wildcats. Great group of freshmen, of course, for Kentucky.
Oh, wow. I tell you, it seems they get better every year for Coach Calipari. Anthony Davis just special. And remember, they bring Terrence Jones back from last year's Final Four team.
And Rick Pitino and company continuing to get it done despite the injuries. Landrietti, nice find for Dower at the rim.
What a beautiful post feed for the big fella. Hits him right in rhythm, able to turn and finish with the left hand.
David Stockton on for Gonzaga, now defending the point against Turner. Turner, a little bit out of sorts on the shot. Fight for the rebound, knocked out of bounds, and it belongs to Gonzaga.
And Spiro, we've seen it all game, really, for Turner and also Johnson. Just, you know, they're hesitating just a little bit, the little bit of indecision they're showing. Again, it's still a work in progress as they try to really define and learn that point guard position.
It's a program, of course, still trying to replace their departed star, Derek Williams. 2nd overall pick of the Minnesota Timberwolves, of course. Here's Dower, low block.
Oh. Wow. That's how you get time there, big fella.
6 points for Dower, 13 minutes remaining. And Arizona down 17. Hill inside to Parham. Corner 3 from Turner, wide open. Hill the rebound, now Gasco. Shot clock resetting. The Ukrainian import stepping middle for the nifty little hook shot. 15-point game. Hill sneaking past the defense. Now the Bulldogs reset.
And you talked about the loss of Derek Williams. Don't forget about Momo Jones in the backcourt, who they were counting on.
Momo Jones making the move to New York.
A lot of offensive production lost off of this roster. Derek Williams, boy, did he come on like gangbusters last season. Just a dominant performance the second half of the season.
Like Sean Miller's Arizona team to a 30-8 finish all the way to the Elite Eight, where they were defeated by the eventual champions from Connecticut. But Greg, as you know, when you depend on one star, sometimes it takes a while to build after that guy leaves. So dependent on him, he's so impactful in every facet of the game.
Yeah, and that's what the coaching staff talked about, how important it was going to be for guys now as their roles change. You know, you have to become comfortable with the new role. Guys are going to get more opportunity offensively. They're going to also have more responsibility, and sometimes that learning curve can be painful as you're trying to adapt to the new role.
Landrietti can't convert at the line. This is Fogg for 3. And suddenly it's a 12-point game. 7 for Kyle Fogg. Whistle blown away from the ball. Dower knocked to the floor by Angelo Chol. At the 12-15 mark in the second half.
And if you're Sean Miller, you don't mind that foul because of the effort on this play. A little bit of contact there.
14 foul against Arizona, first on Chol. Shot clock at 35. They inbound now. Stockton has it. This is Marquise Carter. Carter against Jordan Mays. Stockton thought about a long three. 13 to shoot.
Arizona's defensive intensity has really improved here in the second half.
Landry short. Rebound Stockton. Fans imploring the Bulldogs to back it out and reset, and they do.
Yeah, again, the second shot opportunities for Gonzaga. And Arizona just unable to secure that defensive backboard.
That was the 14th offensive rebound taken by Gonzaga. Gower, and he'll head to the free throw line. Well, Arizona down by as many as 20 has cut it to 12 here in Seattle. 5 straight points for Arizona, cut the deficit to 12 points. Greg, take us through the AT&T fast analysis.
Well, let's take a look here. Elias Harris, who has been the dominant player in this basketball game for Gonzaga. You notice here at the elbow, there's going to be a lot of attention being paid to him. But keep an eye on the freshman, Sam Dyer. He sets the screen, and you're going to see Guy Landry come off in a beautiful post feed here. Look at how he's able to hit him in rhythm with the pass, allows him to turn right up into his shot and finish. That's what we call terrific offensive execution by the Zags.
Sam Dyer showed tremendous promise a year ago as the redshirt freshman. Big guy, hits free throws at a very good clip, 81% a year ago. Hasn't had many opportunities this season, but once again, they've talked about the prospects that this young man has at the next level.
And one thing I've always loved about Mark Few coach teams is just to see the progression of his players from their first year on. You know, that's, as a coach, you always look at young men and you project what they could potentially be. No one does a better job in America, really, at developing his young talent than Mark Few.
Well, if you've just joined us, Gonzaga had a 20-point lead earlier before Arizona started to show some signs of life. Now down 14 points. Brandon Lavender, who we did not see in the first half, rebounded by Stockton. This is Landry, his first ever game with Gonzaga after serving his 8-game suspension earlier this season. Gower, double teamed, it didn't matter.
How about the pass by David Stockton, looking a lot like his dad, John Stockton, who wore that Zags uniform. Look at that finish by Gower with the great hands. You talked about his prospects for the next level. The hands, the ability to catch in traffic, take the contact, and still finish. Impressive play there by the young fella.
Third foul against Chol. Greg, I know it's a young team. They start 2 freshmen and a walk-on. How good can this Gonzaga team be? You think back and we project to March. If they can get in, it's a dangerous team.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt that you'll see them in the postseason. Terrific team. Again, they're continuing to show the growth. And I tell you what, if Elias Harris continues to bring this type of impact to the game, then you're talking about a special basketball team, because I think he is ultimately going to be the key. Pangos, obviously, Bell, freshmen in the backcourt, they're going to have ups and downs. They need that leadership from their veterans to really come out and set the tone.
Whistle blown against the Bulldogs here. It's against Marquise Carter. Last 5 tournament results for Mark Few's program. Last year finishing in the second round at BYU. Some very tough draws that they've had over the years.
Unbelievable. Remember that UNC team, I should say, won the national championship that season. So they really have been tested in the tournament.
Jesse Perry out. Now Jordan Mays will reset with 10:23 remaining. And Arizona down 16 points. Jordan Mays, the sophomore from Los Angeles. Boggs pass stolen by Harris. No one back deep for the Wildcats.
Wow.
Elias Harris, a season-high 21 points. It's an 18-point game. Mile 5, a huge three for the Wildcats. So 15-point deficit, still plenty of time, 9:40 remaining.
Big basket there for Arizona. Just when Gonzaga starting to really exert themselves again after the beautiful steal and finish by Harris, Fogg finally starting to get into the offensive flow.
Fogg now in double figures after a very quiet start. He's got 10 points. Shot clock at 11. Carter for Harris. Oh, you know you're feeling good when you shoot a hook over a double team. Here comes Fogg.
Sparrow really been impressed. Perry knocks down another three. Been impressed with Gonzaga's post feeding, their ability to feed the post. Although Harris doesn't score on that last possession, they're doing a good job of getting the ball in the interior, which has been their advantage here in this game.
Well, say what you want about Arizona's shortcomings. They will not give up a fight. 7 for Perry. It's a 12-point game. This is Dower. Rebounded by 5 with 8:39 remaining. Arizona, we should point out, just one timeout left for the rest of the game. Solomon Hill backing down Stockton and is called for the offensive foul.
And Solomon Hill, you just got to be a little smarter. You got the mismatch. Just be a little more patient on this play. And not a lot of contact, but again, that's just a play where you know oftentimes a young guard, a smaller guard, I should say, is going to try to maybe flop, pick up the offensive foul, so you just want to have a little more patience down on that block.
Where did Stockton learn that move?
Yeah. He's seen that performed a time or two.
John Stockton also has a nephew that plays for Seattle Pacific here in town. Harris into the corner for Gary Bell. Back to Stockton. Such a fundamentally sound player. Bell for the corner three, rebounded by Solomon Hill.
And a lot of time left in this game if you're Arizona.
12-point Gonzaga lead, just under 8 minutes remaining. Johnson setting up Perry for the left-handed finish. 8 straight for Arizona. It's a 10-point game. Timeout taken by Mark Few.
And you gotta like the way now they're starting to move the basketball. Is Arizona finding their teammates, playing for one another here. Beautiful penetration, forcing the help. Nice finish by Perry. Arizona getting it going. 9 points for the senior.
As many as 20. And what a job by this young Wildcats team, clawing their way back now to within 10.
And they've really done it defensively. Again, they're still struggling at times on the backboard, but they are doing a much better job of forcing contested shots for Gonzaga.
Arizona ranked as high as 15th in the AP poll this season. Gonzaga was at 19 in late November. Both searching for a pivotal December win here in Seattle. Bell swatted by Perry. Sean Miller with Turner, Johnson, Nanyasco, Perry, and Fogg. Johnson will set the table for his teammates. Perry pivoting to the rim. Bad shot. Then Nanyasco blocked inside. Harris lost it out of bounds, and the Wildcats will retain possession, much to the dismay of this capacity crowd. Arizona's defense poor early. Different story here in the second half.
Yeah, Jesse Perry there coming up with the block, and then ill-advised shot here by the senior, trying to get it up, create the contact. But finally, Arizona gets a break in terms of coming up with the loose ball as they are making a run. 10-point game.
Let's take a look at the state of the game summary here in Seattle. 55-45 Gonzaga. But the Wildcats with 8 unanswered points to cut into this deficit as we take a look at some of the numbers.
Yeah, but I give Arizona a lot of credit because defensively the intensity has been upped here in the second half. They've done a much better job. They've defended the 3 the entire game well. Gonzaga's only knocked down 3 of those. The question, though, will they have enough? Can they show the poise down the stretch and get the quality looks that they're going to need to get back in this game?
can they continue this push? And